Podcast listening people, welcome into Connor's Curiosities on business marketing and B2B sales, our newer segment in the B2B Mentors podcast. Make sure to find us on all your favorite podcast apps, subscribe. Please go to iTunes, leave a 5-star review so others can find the show too. We are here uncut, unscripted, unfiltered for you, just to bring it raw every single week. I believe we're going to, let me know your guys' feedback. We are going to start posting this out, the videos onto YouTube. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you like the frequency. Let me know if you want the video or if you listen to the audio more. You can find us on all of your podcast apps. But keep in mind, here's how we run this schedule. On Monday, we release a new podcast episode every single week with a featured guest. These are top industry CMOs, business development leaders, marketers, CEOs, and those that are moving and shaking or have incredible subject matter that I am bringing to you for free. These are people that you can connect with, literally reach out to. You can make them mentors of yours, study their material, and completely change your life. So I appreciate you being here so much. Got a lot of great stuff to cover today. Don't forget to check out our partners over at activeblogs.com. Go to your browser, go to activeblogs.com. Relax. Your content worries are over, my friends. If you're struggling to keep up with your company blogs, newsletters, social media content, Active Blogs will create it all for you, save you tons of time, achieve much better results, and improve the quality of the marketing content that you're putting out there to the world. So make sure to go check out activeblogs.com. Again, if you're just listening to this on audio, I am doing this on video as well now. If you want to watch some of the screen share that I'm doing, some of the articles, some of the insights, then you can go over to my YouTube page, Connor Dube, Connor Dube, Dube. And again, you can find me on all social media apps as well under my name, Connor Dube. Send me a DM. Let me know how you like the show. Let me know if you have recommendations, if you have subject matter that you want to learn about. Also, next Wednesday, I've talked about this in the last couple. This is only our third installment, which is just crazy to me. It's so early on. I'm so excited about this. It's so just kind of raw, and I'm not used to free balling the conversation. I usually have a guest that I'm doing active interviews with. So this is a lot of fun for me. I appreciate you guys so much. But next Wednesday, we are putting on a webinar. It's not even really a webinar so much, so it's much more of a training on neuromarketing, how to grow your business with the science of persuasion. Ooh, science-based marketing, not based on theory. And I'm not actually the one bringing this training to you. I'm pulling in the man, the myth, the legend, and the actual expert in this space who, the guy wrote the book on it. Damn it. His name is Patrick Renvois. I'm holding up his book right now. It's called The Persuasion Code. Great read. I highly recommend anybody in sales, marketing. If you're a startup or if you're a Fortune 500 CEO, this book is for you. It applies in all areas of your life, but especially your B2B marketing efforts. We're going to teach you the science of persuasion, the only 6 stimuli for the decision maker, the primal brain, and then immediately actionable neuromarketing strategies that you can take away from this and go and implement, take action on, right? I love stuff. That's why I'm bringing this training, because I've been to so many webinars or trainings and it's just a big sales pitch. There is subject matter in here that you can literally take away and implement the very next day. So go to activeblogs.com/neuromarketing, activeblogs.com/neuromarketing. So I was talking with a mentor the other day. Actually, I did a networking call. I reached out to someone locally in town. He is a big time blogger who's been blogging about investment space. He's been in the venture capital startup tech for, I probably 40 plus years at this point. He's got over close to 1 million followers on Twitter. And I just DM'd him on LinkedIn and asked to connect up basically. And offered some value in exchange for doing that, right? I made some recommendations and offered myself of service at no cost to him. And the reason I want to bring this up and share it with you is I know a lot of you out there want to, whether you're a multimillionaire or you're just getting started, want to continue to grow and progress. And I was thinking about this the other day. What's worked for me over the years? What's worked for me is asking my way to success. It's very tempting because us as human beings, we're selfish by nature. We want to talk about ourselves, right? You go and meet people at a networking event or someone who you really look up to, and your impulse is to share about you, all the great things you've done. We do this in conversations too, in dialogue. You're having a conversation with friends, someone makes a comment about something or tells a story, and then the first thing that someone else does, or maybe even you do this, because most of us just do this unconsciously, is say, oh yeah, and I, blah, 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 dot, dot, dot. I also, hey, this one time I. So what does asking your way to success actually mean? It's getting yourself, it's actually very difficult to train yourself to do this, but I think it's really important, and I wanted to share it here, is garnering genuine curiosity when you're in social situations. I think the thing that's made me able to network with extremely high level people is when I am able to engage with them and sit down and talk to them, I almost rarely talk about myself. And if you've met me in person, you find this pretty often. In fact, I hate talking about myself. It feels really awkward for me, although I too can, get too caught up with trying to share all the great things I've done versus pulling the greatness out of me by asking really, really great questions. We don't do this enough as a society. So if I can encourage you to really work and hone in on a skill, is learning how to ask great questions and taking curiosity in that taking curiosity for that person in front of you, genuine curiosity. Because when you do that, they see you as someone who's not just trying to promote yourself, but someone who actually is an expert. The person who's the expert in the room is typically the person who speaks the less. The person who's the most successful salesperson in the room is the one who talks the less, the least amount. If you're looking into a window of a cafe and you see a salesperson and you see a prospect, and if you can't tell which one's a salesperson, then you got a good salesperson there, because the salesperson is the one who has the other person on the other end talking the most. This also applies for jobs. If you're going out looking for job interviews and interviewing for jobs, instead of you saying all the great things about you, people are more apt to take interest in you when you are the one asking thoughtful questions. So my friends, take action on asking your way to success. I'm going to share my screen here with you. I don't know what happened to my, okay. Try and navigate this whole StreamYard. Marketing budgets, my friends, marketing budgets are taking a deep cut. Found this article in Forbes. Marketing budgets continue to get slashed even as companies look to CMOs for growth. According to Gartner's annual CMO spend survey of nearly 400 marketing leaders, budgets have fallen from 11% of company revenue in 2020 to just 6.4% in 2021. The article goes on to state it appears as though much more is being demanded and asked out of marketers with less budget. So the reason I'm bringing this up is a couple fold here. When things get tough and get difficult in the economy, this is a common practice of most businesses. Is marketing is one of the first line items to go, which is frustrating because marketing is not a start and stop or throttle type activity. It's an ongoing process. It's an ongoing building activity to make it really effective. A lot of people, even in a micro sense, start on a marketing initiative. They get 30 days in, they're like, well, shit, dude, we haven't made $1 million yet. This probably isn't working. And then they stop it, probably stopping it right before things are about to tip over and peak. Now, this is also a fault of marketers. So marketers out there, and if you're a marketing agency and you got cut out of the budget and your client cuts you out, this is something to consider as well. How are you highlighting the value of what you actually do? For example, we're in content marketing. If we just sold, hey, we're going to get your content done, we would be the first line item to be slashed. Now, we have clients that we've been producing content for 15 years straight almost, which is ridiculous in this type of industry. And you'd think through all the economies throughout that period of time over the last even just 10 years, right? You go back to 2008, roughly 2009, you'd think that we'd be the first to cut, but we are highlighting not just getting likes on your content and getting comments on your content. We're highlighting the value of, number one, you stop communicating, then your prospects are going to stop seeing you. And what's going to happen when people stop seeing you? They're going to go to the competition. Also, what's happening on your website? Are you actually getting leads on your website from content? Are you getting relevant traffic? Are you getting the right people connecting with you from email? There's a whole lot of areas this applies, no matter what kind of marketing we're talking about here. But that's a significant cut. I mean, if you have even $1 million marketing budget that's going from 11% down to 6.4%, that gives you, a lot less to be working with. So as a marketer and as a marketing agency listening to this, how can you find a way to not talk about, hey, we're just delivering these line items in marketing, but here's the actual bigger term result? I think leadership doesn't fully understand or grasp this, especially the older generation kind of lose context and sensibility when it comes to marketing. It just seems like another line item, like, okay, well, we can cut this without any negative results on our business. Now, that's another thing to consider. Are you actually spreading, is your marketing budget spread across so many different things that one thing in particular is not just killing it for you? So many marketers are spread very thin, right? They try to do too much on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, you name it, instead of, okay, let me go to LinkedIn. Let me make LinkedIn work really well and work consistently. Then I implement budget and scale to the next platform and go and dominate that. So if you're considering doing this in your company, on the other side of this, your competitors are probably cutting their budgets as well. What does that mean for you? That means there's a land grab opportunity for eyeballs, which is the valuable piece of being in business. If you don't have enough eyeballs, you don't have enough reach, and you don't have enough consistency to those eyeballs, your business is going to struggle and your business isn't going to grow. So I love times like this, because when I see competitors starting to scale back on ad spend in a certain area, or I see them starting to post less. It's not the right word. Post less, distribute less information. That's when we go in and double down in that area. And I encourage our clients to do the same thing. Hey, don't get scared, because the upside of this, let's say the economy's bad for 12 to 24 months, or there's a revenue decrease and you've stopped or significantly decreased your budget in the amount of marketing that you're putting out there and the amount of information that you're putting out there, your competitors can go up and steal that audience and steal that land grab. You want to be the one in the position to be stealing audience and stealing those eyeballs that everyone scales back on, because when things are better, then you're going to have an even bigger uptick than before. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Is your company, are you, whether you're the company owner or you're the marketing leader, is your company cutting budget? Drop in the comments. I'm curious to hear, is your company cutting marketing budget? I want to hear from you on that. Marketers are expected to do much more with less. This is another great point. We waste, and I've seen many marketers waste tons of dollars on their marketing budget. So in fairness, we do often waste marketing budget. I met with this guy the other day, and his team is spending $6,000 a month on SEO. None of them could contribute the lead flow with the actual quality of prospects that they're looking for and the volume of prospects, and even matching it up with the sales opportunities of that. So you find that too, there's a lot of budget that's being wasted. I think this is too a really great opportunity to figure out how to bootstrap other areas of your business. If you're spending a shitload of money on LinkedIn ads, for example, have you made LinkedIn organic work for you? Are you leveraging the in-mail opportunities through your business development team on Sales Navigator? Are you leveraging organic connections? Are you leveraging video pitches? This stuff costs you $0 except for energy, right? And like Sales Navigator, $79 a month, that's peanuts. That probably, you could probably hang through that even through the worst of times. But something as simple as that could open up a whole nother funnel of B2B sales opportunities that, one, your competitors may not be taking advantage of, and two, is really effective on your budget. Then you get more cash flow from organic initiatives, DMs, networking, putting content out. Doing this podcast right now costs me $0 and is great marketing. So how can you identify some of those ways to take advantage of the hard times and dive into much more organic, cost-effective methods? Curious to hear your thoughts. Share with me, my friends. Coca-Cola, guys. Coca-Cola is diving into the NFT space. What the heck is this? Coca-Cola auctions its first NFT. More brands are entering the metaverse. What does metaverse actually mean? Someone please tell me what metaverse actually means. This caught my attention. This is a Forbes article written by Martin Swan. And NFTs have, I'm not a crypto or blockchain expert, but I am always studying. Like, I'm not just studying people, not just studying mentors, not just studying thought leaders, but I also study what companies are doing. Coca-Cola has immense amount of consultants, contractors, internal lawyers, marketers on their payroll. Their marketing budget, in fact, we should find this out. What is Coca? I spelled Coca wrong. Coca-Cola's marketing budget. So Coca-Cola spent an average of $4 billion with a B, $4 billion a year advertising worldwide. What I find fascinating about this NFT space is, honestly, I think this is a genius move by Coca-Cola, because Coca-Cola has that brand that their products become collectibles. My grandmother, before she had passed, and I think we actually have this at our house now, has 4 original labeled Coca-Cola bottles from like the 1920s. Those are collectibles. So those are physical collectibles. What's really cool about NFTs is they're completely original collectibles that are backed by the blockchain, and they're blocked by crypto, and there's proof that you have an original NFT. You see Gary Vaynerchuk move into this space as well, who, he released his whole NFT project. Go check it out if you follow him. I know a lot of marketers do follow him, but there's a reason Coca-Cola is doing this. And there's going to be a lot of companies to follow suit in this area as well. It's a great marketing play. I think it could be maybe a significant profit center. There's probably new NFTs they can come out with every year and sell as additional profit center and even have as a business themselves. One thing that I thought about with this is not even so much like, hey, you person listening to this should go and buy NFTs. That's not even what I'm saying. I don't own any NFTs. But there's an opportunity here to acknowledge, which I think most people don't recognize, a business opportunity, in fact. If you have the ability to create, craft, develop NFTs for companies, that could be a service in itself for influencers, for companies. If you have these design capabilities, this is proof that there's this whole new industry that's being developed out of this. And there's Coca-Cola with a $4 billion budget. This is not a small company, guys. There's probably maybe hundreds, if not thousands, of all other smaller companies that are following suit. But imagine a company with a $4 billion budget like Coca-Cola and you sell them the NFT project. I don't think the vast majority of people who create NFTs are going to make money selling NFTs, but I think that those with the ability to develop non-fungible tokens, NFTs, for companies like Coca-Cola, for brands as part of their marketing, as part of their, another profit center for them, for nonprofits, for donations. In fact, I think they actually planned on donating. That will be sold single asset, proceeds benefiting Special Olympics International. So they're donating these profits, right? But they had to pay someone to do this. So I thought that was a really cool opportunity. It caught my attention and just proof that if you keep your eyes wide open, you listen, you kind of monitor what's going on out there in the world, there's a vast amount of opportunity for you. Guys, this is Connor's Curiosities, my commentary on business, marketing, B2B sales. I bring this to you Tuesday through Friday. Right now, every Monday, we release a interview with a subject matter expert. Make sure you go find B2B Mentors. It's on all your favorite podcast apps. If you're finding this on YouTube, drop any comments below. Questions, please connect with me. I respond to all of my DMs, believe it or not. This is uncut, unfiltered. Much love to you, my friends. Appreciate you. And I will see you on the